Oh, you know what? Actually, we are we are gonna end stream here. I don't have it in me to fight one of those things right now. Ah. So I'm not a fan of Game of Thrones, and I'll tell you, I've never watched Game of Thrones. I've never read Game of Thrones, and I'm not a fan of it because the things that people were most excited about for Game of Thrones, that at least as far as what people would tell me, is this is where we have a save, right? I always feel like I never know where I'm actually saved. June 10th. Yeah, these are our saves, right? Yeah. I was always told with Game of Thrones and everything, my brother in particular was so excited. He was like, you never know what's going to happen. Anybody could die. It's like, yeah, because it's subversive from like the fantasy genre where you know that the main character is going to win and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I read that for. So the idea of like, oh, you never know, anybody could die. So this was done tastefully, and I hope it's called back to. Or the thing I haven't said before is like, it's possible that he comes back. I don't know. Don't tell me if he does or doesn't. It's fine. I'm gonna go on, and it's gonna be what it is. But like, if I get the sense that was just done to like, haha, you thought you were safe, then I'll be a little disappointed by that. It was done in a moment of protecting Mael, which is great. But yeah, don't know. I think if I'm honest, I'm not positive about that experience and how that went. Like, I get it. Like, oh, we made you care about the character and then we took him away. It's like, okay, all right, good for you. You like gave me something and then you hurt me by taking it away. I'm not impressed by that. So yeah, I've got a lot of thoughts about that, and I don't know. We'll see. How the game rebuilds from there, because it needs to rebuild. It took like the tragedy of that is so multi-layered, because Gustav still has no idea at the point where it ends for him. He doesn't know a goddamn thing. He doesn't understand anything. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And I should have maybe expected something like that when they did it. They did the fake out in the intro as well. They give you I forgot her name already. But they give you this character to care about and let you run around as her and talk to people and have these interactions just so they can hit you with the gomage. And then it's like, okay, I get it. We're setting the stage for this. But now you have the character you lost in the very intro act and the person that was hurt most by losing her. And then you lose him too. So even that pain can't continue on in the story. And maybe there's a theme there where it's talking about, tragedy and loss. And what I'll tell you is that a major theme of this game is loss, grief, and how people cope with those things. Yeah. And that's exactly what I was getting to. I was like, maybe that's the theme they're going for. But I got to tell you, I'm not in love with that. So if that continues on, I guess I'll be like, okay, well, the game's fun. It's beautiful. The music's good. It's fun to play. I'm assuming some of these characters will survive till the end, but if I get the sense they're going to keep doing this, I'm going to just stop emotionally connecting, which is a tragedy in its own right. So, very mixed feelings about that. I don't know how. I'm very curious how other people respond to this. If this is like that new. If this is, I don't know. If this is the trend, with the popularity of the Game of Thrones and the this and the that and the subversion of media. Yeah, I'll be real. It's kind of a big turnoff for me. And I don't even know that he got a good enough death to soften it. Because all he managed to accomplish, if anything, was just holding off long enough until some other motherfucker could come in and be equally invincible. It didn't feel like a very good death. They tried to make it feel like a good death. I don't think they succeeded, to be honest. Anyway, I'm a softie. I'm a very emotional and sensitive person, and I I don't like the feeling of being given things just so that they can hurt you by taking them away. I'm just like, don't do that to me. I didn't come to you to get hurt. That's not what I'm here for. So we'll see. I'm not going to stop playing the game by any stretch. There's so much more going on. I think you'll like this game. Well, I already like the game as far as that goes. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Yeah. Yeah. I feel, okay, I'm going to tell a story briefly. And I wish I remembered this in more detail. I was telling this to, who was I sharing this with? I might have been in a voice call with D Priest where I was talking about this. Or maybe I was talking to Alejandra. I don't remember. I was at a poetry reading once. And there was someone who got up and they did a reading of a poem of theirs. And in the poem, there was this unexpected bit of humor that was a tonal mismatch. So you weren't expecting a humorous line. So they're delivering the poem, they get to the humorous line, and nobody laughs. Because we're in the audience, we're trying to figure out this tonal shift, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. And then in the poem, her poem calls out the fact that nobody laughs, knowing that we wouldn't have, in this really, really smart, really intellectual way. And then it went on, and it delivered another line that sounded funny. And it baited the audience into laughing. And then they realized that wasn't meant to be funny. It was actually really serious and tragic. And then the poem went on as she continued to read it, calling out the audience for falling for this bait and switch. It's so hard to explain. And it is burned in my memory because it felt like a betrayal of the audience. It felt like a manipulation. It felt like you could come away from that thinking like, wow, this poet was so smart and clever. But they were smart and clever at the expense of their own audience. And it felt really, really gross. So I don't want to rush to say that's what's happening here. But it does feel like, haha, look at you, player. You got emotionally invested, you stupid player. Look, now I can hurt you because you got emotionally invested. It's like you created that emotional investment. Don't make me try and feel bad or stupid for having it in the first place. This is a pretty extreme reaction, I'll be honest with you. Again, gonna keep playing the game. We're gonna figure out what's going on here. But yeah, I have strong feelings about this. I don't appreciate or like the idea of being manipulated as an audience member of any sort of media. That is a huge turnoff for me. I want things to be earnest and straightforward. And this is playing so much with, like, as the player, we still have no idea what the fuck is going on. And now we have a guy in the party that's been here. He's been wandering around this continent for 67 years. And now we're wandering around in the overworld and he still hasn't explained jack shit. I'm a little frustrated. That's not at all their intent, I can promise you. I hope not. I hope not, because from what I know, and which is not much, they're not giving me a lot to prove otherwise. You seem confident they will. But I mean, it wouldn't be London Station if I didn't give you my honest, actual thoughts about this. And I'm pretty turned off right now. I'm pretty fucking turned off. So we'll have fun with it. We'll come back. It'll be another 2 weeks before we get back to it, and I'll be jonesing for the mechanics again. The mechanics continue to be engaging and fun and rewarding the more that I try to strategize, even though there's so much going on that there's probably a million better ways to do things. Anyway, wow. Big wow. They got the feelings out of me. So congrats. But I'm still just kind of like, fuck you. Like, I don't know. Is this the reaction other people have, Min? You said you've watched other playthroughs of this. Strong feelings. But I don't need to beat a dead horse. Thanks for hanging out. And sorry if we're ending the stream on a downer of a note, but like this is, it's textual analysis of media and video games and RPGs, and that's what we do. So you get the honest thing. It's what you get. My buddy Vice is streaming Final Fantasy VII. Don't know how much longer he's gonna go, but I'm gonna go raid over there, go hang out in his chat. And I will not talk about this game at all, because clearly this is something that you want people to experience with no spoilers. But I'll put... oh, here we go. I will say that I've watched a number of streamers play through this, and all of them get mad at this part. Okay. I think... I don't know. It's... Is it the same as me, though? Is they're just mad that they're like, I can't believe they killed this character. I'm upset about it. Or are they, like, going into the fact where they're, like, angry at the devs? Like, it feels very manipulative. I know you say that's not their intent, but it feels very manipulative in a way that I do not enjoy. So, yeah, I'm frustrated with the construction of it, more so than the narrative fact that he died. Like, that's okay. They usually get real mad at Verso. I'm not mad at him. I was jokingly mad at him earlier. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Right? So there's that. But I'm joking. Like, he's clearly wrapped up in something, and it's clearly more complicated. They're not giving me enough to actually know what I should think or feel about this. But he does seem like he's, for whatever reason, he waited 67 years to grow a fucking spine or a conscience, and we'll find out why. So I don't know enough to be mad at him yet. Maybe that'll come out. But yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more going on, for sure. So, anyway, that's enough about that. This is the link to my buddy Vice. I'm going to go head over there, and I've actually checked for once, and he's not in the middle of a break screen or anything of the sort. So I'm going to go hang out in his chat for a little while, decompress, and we'll see you next time on London Station. Have a good night, guys. Love you.